All right. I'm gonna go live. I'm gonna go live. I'm live. Can you hear me? I'm live. Can you hear? Can you hear? Can you hear? I just want to look at the trades. Have you looked at any of the trades, Jet Saver? I only saw. Dude, all right.
We're trying to get aggressive there.
Dude, all right. I'm going live, everyone. Can you shut the door to our thing?
Put a sock on the door.
Is that what we should do?
Stream.
A tie.
Yeah. Then people are like, what's going on? There's just nothing going on.
Just have all these noises going on from the other room. That'd be so funny. That'd be so funny. No, I can't.
Put back feed.
There we go. You got to zoom in a little bit more. Get rid of that bar. All right, everyone. I am Week Cake, and tonight we're talking about the trade deadline. I got Jet Saber here. I got my mod Nova Lance here with me. Tonight, I went live yesterday, casted a game. I wanted to talk about the trades because I was at work and I got some of the trades and some of them were good. And some of them I was like, what's going on? So I'm going to use some voice to text. TSN Trade Tracker. TSN Trade Tracker. Stupid over here. TSN Trade Tracker. God, you're fucking stupid as shit.
Trade Tracker is a tongue twister.
Apparently TSN is too much for Google to.
They don't know acronyms.
Major trades. So what we still have some trades coming, it looks like, that are clearing. Brennan Othman was received by the Calgary Flames. Out of here. What are you doing? Stupid ad. You think you're gonna get in my face? Oh no. So Calgary Flames received Brennan Othman. The New York Rangers got some Jacob Batilga. I don't know who that guy is. Gross. Nazim Kadri. Ew. Now I don't want the Avalanche to win at all.
Yeah.
I hate Nazem Kadri. He's such a gross player. He's so cheap. All he does is hit people in like really bad spots. Nope, don't like it.
That's him going back to Colorado.
Yeah. He's going back to Colorado. He won up there, went to the Flames.
Because they got get for him when they traded him there.
Remember who they got, but
that wasn't they always.
But the Calgary Flames received Victor Olofsson, Max Curran, a conditional first in 2028 and a conditional second in 2027. Avalanche got a 2027 fourth round and Nazim Kadri. I mean, the first round pick, of course, it's conditional. I don't necessarily, and looks like there's 20% retention that Calgary is going to retain. So of course that's going to help. That's going to help the Avalanche have the opportunity to maintain their competitiveness. Of course, not pay too much. Why do you keep? Shut up, TSN. God, every time I go to a new page, you got to find a new ad to pop up in my face. You're cancer. I'll scream at you in this stream all night long. I don't even care. You deserve it. You deserve it for that. I don't know. For the Avalanche, is Nazim? I don't consider him a good player. Obviously, he won a cup with those players before. Now, what I find really, really interesting right now in this trade deadline is you look at teams like the Colorado Avalanche, you look at teams like the Tampa Bay Lightning. Both of those teams have taken players back. Do you know that Corey Perry got traded?
Yeah, he's going
back to the Lightning. I don't know why that's so funny. You know a lot. You need to get more on Hockey X. Do you know the insider Frank Saravalli?
Yeah.
Well, he posted last night. He's like, Perry's content in LA. He's not going anywhere. And then, within 8 hours, so everyone just roasts Frank because Frank gets a lot right, but I think he's leaked trades a little early for some people, and it's just it's pissed players off. So now every time he gets a trade wrong, people just quote tweet him, and he just gets ratioed hardcore. He gets hardcore. Yeah. Yep. Hardcore ratio. Just gets slammed every single time. It's so funny.
I didn't see it. Did Trocheck go anywhere?
No, that's what I'm figuring out. I have no idea. New York's holding on. They're such ass. So Jets got a 7th-round pick, and it looks like they sent Tanner Pearson to the Sabres. The Jet Sabres making a trade. So who won? Jets. Jet Saber. Who won?
The Saber Jets won.
Saber Jets. I don't know how I feel about that. Saber Jets. Scott Lawton went to the Kings for a 3rd-round pick to the Maple Leafs. That's an interesting pick because Scott Lawton, he's supposed to be one of those guys that's supposed to bring in character. He's one of those guys that's supposed to maintain discipline, help some of the youth, help some of the younger players figure out and how do you hold yourself? How do you carry yourself as a hockey player? That's one of the things that Scott Lawton teaches his teammates, and he plays hard-nosed hockey. I don't know what the Kings are doing. They flip out Perry, which I guess he's bad luck, so it makes sense to trade him because he's lost 5 cups in a row, which is the most heartbreaking thing I've ever heard. Honestly, I would love to see a Tampa Bay Lightning Colorado Avalanche final. I'd love to see those guys go. Who would you want to see from the East? The Hurricanes? I don't ever want to see the Hurricanes do anything. They're the West.
I'm gonna go bias anytime my Sabres are in the
Hell yeah, I'm with it. Dude, Sabres, first time in 14 years, you got to be crying tears of joy.
Yeah.
Have you been pretty close when you look at the standings, though? So if I pull up the NHL standings right now,
I think they have the second round or the first wild card spot. I don't remember.
I don't know, man. We'll have to figure that out. We will have to figure all of that out.
Oh god. I gotta come sit.
Oh no. No. Oh,
I gotta join the stream.
Jet Sabers joining us tonight. Yeah, yeah. Turn that mic on, cause Mike. Hey, who's on mic here? Now my mic is COVID.
Coded
COVID.
COVID.
So look at that. If we look at there, we're in second. Bro,
I have not paid attention to this.
I've been doing this twice tonight. So look,
That's what's down.
so good. The Sabres are doing so good.
That's how
Happy.
it's because it's gonna somehow come to bite me in the ass.
Well,
I can't enjoy this for some reason. I know, because I'm just afraid they were gonna still like trade everyone off at the trade deadline. They're just like, I know we're in a good playoff run, but
So I just won that Stanley Cup. I just won that gold medal, and I want to keep winning, and I don't feel like I can do that here. So
Yeah.
I'm out of here.
yeah, oh, yeah,
That would make sense though.
yeah. Though, wait, what are you showing me?
This is just putting on another game.
Oh, you're putting on a game. Okay. I thought this was a video you wanted to show me.
Nerp. So let's hop back into that TSN trade tracker here. So Scott Lawton, the Maple Leafs are being sellers. That's just, it feels weird, but it makes me happy. Personally, I think I personally think they should get rid of Austin Matthews.
You got to trade.
I think Matthews is a player that you got to trade. I think Nylander is the new face of that organization. Nylander can do it all. He's a playmaker. He's got a great shot. He's quick, and he's got strong hockey IQ. I think Matthews was a lot more deadly when he had Marner.
Well, yeah,
because I thought Marner set him up all the time. And now without Marner, he doesn't have a good guy that's going to set him up for all of his plays. What's your thoughts on that, Jet Saber?
well, they still got to get like goaltending down too. There's just so much they have to like get together. It's like you don't want to say rebuild, but you gotta have to maybe say rebuild and just trade the assets while they're worth it. Again, because if you got rid of Marner at that point, how old is Matthews?
He's almost 26.
Yeah.
28, sorry.
28. I don't know. Can you rebuild or like get enough pieces fast enough to still? Where are they in the standings?
They are
down below. Yeah.
They got
sell, dude. Sell.
Well, not only sell, I mean, like for the future though, for that team, because you mentioned goaltending being a problem.
Yeah.
Defense. So the biggest problem with the Toronto Maple Leafs over the last, what would you say, 6 years has been their core four: Matthews, Tavares, Marner, Nylander. Do you know how much cap space those 4 players took up?
Well, it sounds like they're almost running into an Oilers problem where
40 million that they had. 40 million. Let's get
it's so goddamn top heavy that
yeah, 40 they had 40 million and 4 players. So it was all their offense. It was almost exclusively just their offense that they really just had ticking. And obviously that didn't get them anywhere. That didn't get them to where they needed to be. And now the hardest part for them is that now they're kind of staring at themselves and thinking like, where do we go from here? Where do we go from here? Because now you're having to add in more hard-nosed defense, something that you didn't have. And now you're like, okay, we have this goal scorer that got to 69 goals one season. Now I mean, do you know how much Matthews is at? I know he was injured.
yeah. Well, again, that's why you got to sell right now.
Let's see here. Let's look at Maple Leafs.
Because if you got hurt players, then yeah, it's so hard to do it with the NHL and their inability to
Austin
disclose
Matthews of this season,
injury.
57 games played, 26 goals, 26 assists for 52 points. But the weird thing about Austin Matthews is it feels the goals that he scores aren't goals that like help the team. I don't know. I feel like Matthews is the player that scores when it's like, oh, we're already up 2-0. He's like, yeah, I'll put in 2 more goals, and now it's 4-0. So you kind of like pat your stats a little bit. I feel like with Matthews.
Yeah, well, and it's a seller's market, especially for centers.
Oh,
Because
100%. 100%.
you're going to get your most value for your selling centers right now. Because that's what everyone's looking for to either increase their depth or just to have that all-star that you're going to have. And you get that automatically with Matthews.
I could see that. So now that we have a stronger comprehension of the Toronto Maple Leafs, their background, their current roster, let's investigate some of these other trades. Canucks looks like they got a 6th-round pick. The Bruins got Lucas Reichel.
They're selling that.
Oh, the Canucks have been selling
Yeah,
forever.
since Hughes, yeah. I mean, it's clear
Since
that
18 million.
yeah. Well, that I don't know. I think that was more of a locker room.
They had to get rid of their tier talent, and then they
Yeah,
figured out, oh, he wasn't the problem.
yeah,
It's been Pedersen this entire time.
yeah.
It's been Pedersen this entire time. Ooh, Pops. Pops
Ooh,
thinking.
Pops is in the chat.
In defensive Matthews' role this year, extended to the penalty kill. Interesting. Is he? I mean, is he a player you want on the penalty kill? Because like when I think of the core four of the Maple Leafs, right? You had Marner,
Yeah,
Matthews, Nylander, Tavares. Do you think of Matthews as a quick player?
well, aren't centers generally not the quickest player? I mean,
Matthews is that.
he's not that quick. He's going to be sitting in front of
Drinks go, Brett. I had two. I had a water and a Propel, and you put them on the floor. And they're not here. They weren't in the way.
Get a little angsty when you are a little claustrophobic with stuff.
I moved them there though.
I didn't know.
We got to rehydrate. Stay hydrated, chat.
I did not try to split.
So yeah, so clearly Canucks are just selling to.
I don't know. Rebuild. There's no. I mean, they got rid of Connor Garland, who we're going to get to in a little bit.
Prospects and picks at this point.
So David Kampf went from the Canucks to the Capitals. Capitals sent a 6th-rounder for it. They're getting picks.
Yeah, it's clearly you could see.
Oh, the Leafs actually traded Bobby McMahon.
Are they selling? Are they rebuilding?
What are they doing?
I think that's.
What are they doing anymore?
I think they can still think they can build around Matthews.
Dude, I don't know, because another rumor that they were saying was that the Toronto Maple Leafs were considering getting rid of Matthew Nyes. If you get rid of Matthew Nyes, you have officially blown everything up.
Yeah.
Because he's their youngest talent with the highest amount of talent.
Yeah, and it's clear management is definitely taking the Austin Matthews side of this team.
I can see it.
That's where if they probably went up to Marner, Nylander, and then because I feel like the two groups were the Matthews group and then the Nylander group, where
Okay.
it's just like they had two separate ideas of how to run this team, or Marner.
Okay.
You know, I felt Nylander and Marner were a little more friendly with each other, and Matthews is kind of the one sticking out in the locker room. And I think maybe management is like, let's take out everyone Matthews isn't liking and build around him.
I could see that. I could see that. I don't know. I'm always curious about why. I mean, Tavares, good player. I get it, but once you had those youngsters brought up, I mean, after their third year, I felt like they could have really played pretty decently together. I think you could have gotten rid of Tavares. I think you could have traded Tavares. Yes, he may have been a good role model for those youngsters. I personally think that they could have done. Oh my gosh.
Who's that?
No, I don't know, but she wants attention. Oh my gosh, that was disgusting.
It did its job. The ad did its job.
The ad did its job. You're just like, those are fake. You must have got that with your signing bonus. So Bobby McMahon, a 2027 second round and a 2026 fourth round for one of their highest prospects. So when you think about Toronto Maple Leafs, do you think about prospects besides Matthew Knies? Is there anybody else that you kind of have in the back of your mind that you're just like that? It was him and Bobby McMahon. That was it. And now they got rid of McMahon. So you're just like, what is this team doing?
It looks like they're rebuilding.
Now here's one that's gonna hurt Britt Novalance, Armand Novalance from her St. Louis Blues. They do a trade with the Detroit Red Wings. The Detroit Red Wings acquire Justin Falk for Justin Holl, Dmitry Buchnikov, a 26 first rounder and a 2026 third round pick. That's
pretty good. Yeah, I think that's good.
That's a healthy haul.
Actually, you should be happy with that trade. If
that's a strong haul.
You got a first round pick and like 3 other things with that.
Hey Pops, do you know what the contract is looking like on Falk still? How many years does he have left? Third round pick originally belonged to San Jose, it sounds like. They're saying, okay. Is there now normally when there's a first round pick, sometimes there might be some cap retention, especially like with the team of the St. Louis Blues, who isn't going to compete. I don't see anything for retention. Interesting.
For salary.
Yeah, salary retention, because normally when first round picks are involved, salary goes.
Yeah, I'm surprised with how much they got. They didn't get any like
salary. 4 picks? 2 picks and 2 prospects.
You got 4 assets and 1 being a top asset. I don't know the prospects super well. I don't know how.
I don't know the Dimitri guy either. Hall sounds familiar.
Yeah.
Blackhawks Rangers, kind of a weird trade. Blackhawks acquired Derek Pouliot, and then the Rangers get Aiden Thompson. I'm not sure if I've heard a single one of these players.
No, Aiden Thompson sounds familiar, but I couldn't tell you who they played for before I saw their names here.
Pops, do you know the contract of Justin Falk, the prior St. Louis Blues defenseman who's now apparently going to play with the Detroit Red Wings? Do you know his contract? Do you know how much? Is he a rental? Is he going to be a pending UFA, unrestricted free agent? What are we looking like in regards to Justin Falk's contract? Because taking into consideration all of those, all the assets that they received, it's a lot. It's a lot. I mean, I've never really considered Falk to be a fantastic player. I think he's a solid player, but a first rounder for him, especially, I mean, we'll see. I mean, I think where it really comes from for the Red Wings, they're very similar to your Sabres. They haven't been in the playoffs for 9 seasons.
But they're oddly enough in playoff position right now. Aren't they? I think
they are.
Yeah. Here, go back to the standings. Yeah, they're sitting at third.
Yeah, Islanders are probably going to get it.
Yeah, I don't know that.
This is why I love hockey. Look how close that is.
Do the Red Wings just have a lot of assets to get rid of?
I don't know.
I mean, they've been pretty. They haven't been playoff contenders for a while, so I mean, they've probably been hoarding a lot of assets. But I don't know. That just seems like a lot for Justin Falk.
It seems like so much.
But that next trade, though, another big one for
yes, so this is the one that Pops has been talking about. All right, Pops, let's give you some attention tonight in the chat. Oh, Makar scores? Ottinger, drink that water.
Do you think they're going to put Kadri right with Makar right away, or are they going to put more depth and team up with somebody else?
I could see Kadri throwing on the second power play unit. I don't think they'll. I
Keep
don't
him
think.
on the
Yeah.
power.
I don't think they'll do that. I don't think they'll be too aggressive with that.
Anyways, so what was
Under contract through 26, 27, 6.5 million a year. So he's close to being it sounds like he might almost be a pending UFA pretty soon. So
see a rental essentially?
just maybe that in like a season.
Yeah. Yeah, the Blues got a pretty good deal out of that.
So let's talk about the New York Islanders and the St. Louis Blues. St. Louis Blues receive Jonathan Drouin, Marcus Gildoff, conditional 2026 first round pick, and a 2026 third round pick.
That's pretty good.
For Braden Shen, the captain of the Blues. The captain of the Blues is now an Islander. Now you might be like, oh, captain of the Blues, this guy must have been really important to the Blues. It was his 10th team.
Yeah.
Well, 9th team. Now he's on his 10th team. Do you know the overall league record for how many teams a player has played for? It's 12.
Really? He's 2 away?
He's 2 away from tying the record. No, playing for 12. Dude, you're just like, yep, let's put on the jersey, go out there, do the thing. Yep. Imagine moving that many
true
times.
journeyman.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, that would be. Now let's look. What can they tell us the conditions? Because that's the most important.
Yeah,
part.
what's the condition on this first round? Playoff appearance or
what's no move or Blues? The Blues first round pick in the Shen deal is Colorado's from the Brock Nelson deal.
I don't know what that was conditionally.
Just reading. No, I can't find the condition on the trade.
Go to the replies. See if there's somebody in the replies answered.
There's no
in the post.
Oh. Let's see, everybody.
Going to X.
Going to X. X.
I like how it didn't even take you straight to the post.
No, Kadri stuff. Kadri, no.
Oh, everyone's Kadri's so hot right now.
I hate Kadri. He's not even good.
The media loves it.
Now, Islanders, Blues. The Islanders going for this so quickly is scary. What year is it for Matthew Schaefer?
I don't know.
It's his rookie year. That's the first overall pick from last season. He's the Islanders defenseman that's on the Tyros. He's on the Tyros.
Oh, so yeah, I was like, they didn't even call him up yet. I'm like, I'm pretty sure he hasn't even started.
No, he's playing.
Okay, he
Tyros
is
was my
playing.
dad's team for the fantasy.
Yeah.
No, he's number 48 for the Islanders.
Okay.
He's one of the reasons why the Islanders are a playoff team.
Oh, is he the Celebrini of their?
Pretty much. He's their defenseman, though. Guess how many goals he has in his rookie season?
What was he sitting at?
20.
20? Wow, that's very good for a rookie.
A rookie defenseman. A rookie defenseman. He's plus 11. 63 games, 20 goals, 25 assists, 45 points. Rookie season. That's incredible.
So the question is, should San Jose follow suit and be aggressive as much as it seems that they
we'll see what San Jose did, but this, trading up, and we need to know the condition with that first. That's so important because if it's make it to the Stanley Cup, okay, highly unlikely that it's actually going to be a first round pick. If it's win two playoff rounds, so they could do that because that's really important when you have a young rebuilding team and you got a player like this. You got to play. Then Shen, how old is Shen? Do you know?
No.
Let's see if we can figure it out. Drafted in 2009. 34. He's all right. He's my age. He's like a month and a half younger than me. Or older than me, excuse me. Month and a half older than I. Interesting. What would you rate that trade? Because Jonathan Drouin's a player that I feel like has never he hasn't found his footing. He's tried so many opportunities, but just hasn't done it.
I think originally it was probably just for the first round pick and a third round pick, non-conditional. But I bet the Islanders were like, no, we got to make this conditional. We don't want to have a chance to completely lose this pick. And then St. Louis is just like, okay, we'll just throw in some players.
Yeah, that's what it feels like. Islanders, if that first round actually doesn't get traded, I think this could work out.
Yeah.
This could work out. Now again for Shen, he's not bad, but I don't know if he's what the Islanders need. I feel like the Islanders need like an actual goal scorer, a true goal scorer. Barzal's decent, Horvat's decent, but I feel like they need a true goal scorer, someone that's going to score 35 plus. And it feels like the Islanders are content if he scored 25 plus. So like, oh, okay, yeah, you scored 25 plus, you're doing all right. Oh, yeah. Stars tied up. Because look at these goals. It's bad. It's disgusting. They're so bad.
Yeah.
Their top scorer has 26 goals. Their next scorer is their rookie first overall pick defenseman, Schaefer, with 20 goals. Then Barzal has 17. Heineman has 16. Who is that? Great question. Simon Holstrom has 14. Jean-Gabriel Pajot has 14. Anthony Duclair, who had like 2 points, who was like getting scratched, consistently has 12 goals. This team is bad. They just don't
I don't know what they see. I don't know what they see to think they can be contenders.
Maybe they just don't get scored off. I don't know, man.
I think they're getting too excited with their rookie.
I think they're getting way too excited. I think they're trying to sell some tickets to some really excited fans, and it might work, or you might fall flat in your face. This is a bad idea.
I think they're taking advantage of the Rangers being so bad.
Yeah.
It's like, let's eat up the rest of the New York fan base.
Well, maybe they're like, hey, the Sabres are going to get there. If the Sabres are there and the Islanders or Rangers aren't there, there's a problem.
Yeah.
That's probably what
who's eating up the rest of the New York hockey market.
Yeah, right. Turn. No, they're watching us. Look at the clicks.
Oh, Rangers suck. We need to get on this right now.
All right, put on the chat for the rest of the season because the Rangers are bad. I would rate that probably a C.
For Islanders or C for Blues?
I would say C for the Islanders. Blues probably
That's a B.
Maybe a B.
I give that a B. It would be an A if it was a non-conditional first round.
What I'll say too is that they're also getting rid of their veterans so that they can streamline this rebuild.
Yeah, just get it done right away.
The faster that they can keep getting smacked, the better. And it's got to be rough going into a season knowing like, yeah, we're going in this to lose. We're going to try to figure things out while we're losing, but we're losing.
But that's 2 solid trades right there that the Blues won.
Now let's get to a small pick with the Penguins, Red Wings. Penguins get Elmer Soderblom for a 3rd round pick for the Red Wings. Penguins have a lot of prospects, a lot of picks. So I don't really know too much about this Elmer guy.
Well, question for you. If Penguins not in the playoffs right now, would Crosby be on this team?
Huh?
If Penguins weren't in the playoffs right now,
Crosby would never quit the team.
You don't think he'd be traded?
Crosby won't ever get traded. Crosby is so superstitious. He's still wearing the same hat he's literally wearing the same hat he got in interviews the first day on the job. And the other thing is, like, if Crosby was going to get traded, I thought it definitely would have been like 3 years after the first cup. So it would have been when they started to struggle, kind of when the Matt Murray was getting traded, in my opinion. That's when the best time to trade Crosby. Now you kind of look at trading Crosby and you're like, well, he might be their Marchand, but it's just like, you can't get enough for Crosby. And the hard part too is like you'd want to trade him to a team where you could get a decent pick. Because the way that my dad says it, it's like, well, you don't want to get the pick right away. So if you trade Crosby to the Avalanche, you don't want that first round pick this season. You're going to want it in 4 or 5 seasons when maybe they've already peaked and they're starting to decline. But that's the hard part.
You think you're getting 1 first round pick?
Oh, you're getting 4 first round picks minimum for Crosby, and like 4, you'd be getting 4 prospects, and if you could still get them money. I also have 2 first round picks in the system. Is that for this season, or do you mean like Or like, do you mean over the next few
Yeah,
years?
is that like an asset they're gonna sell, or is that something they're gonna invest on?
We gotta look at that. Now, Nick Delorier moves on from the Flyers to the Hurricanes for a 7th-round pick that's conditional. Conditional.
The conditional 7th-round pick.
I'm not sure we want to give you a 7th-round pick for this fighter. Honestly, I think that's a beautiful trade. The Hurricanes have no nails. They have no nails. That I don't think. Do the Hurricanes have a single tough guy?
No, they're all speed.
No grit for the Hurricanes. So getting Delorier, beautiful trade for a 7th-rounder. Absolutely, yes. I think that's a great trade. I think that's a great trade.
Mm-hmm.
You give the Hurricanes some nails. You're not robbing them. You're not going broke from something like that. I think that's
There's a lot. There must be a lot. Is there salary on this trade? I wonder. Additional 7th-round.
That's pretty much future. Look at the next trade. Minnesota Wild get future considerations for Vinny Hinostroza. So Hinostroza continues to be the journeyman, the short guy that just can't find a spot on a team.
Well, I mean, the Wild just added so many new players that they need to cut.
Well, Vinny Hinostroza, he's a guy getting paid league minimum, and he's like 5'7". He's like me. He's a short guy.
Yeah, but I mean, they need to cut people from the roster because they got too many players.
5'10". 183, which is crazy. And apparently yeah. Well, he's 5'10", and apparently that's too small to play hot. He's just looks like
born 2 days after me.
He just looks so tiny out there. And that's not I'm a small guy too, and that's not a bad thing. It's just for your occupation not necessarily what everyone's looking for.
Not a great feeling when you're just traded for future concerns.
Yeah. What'd you get traded for? Sack of potatoes and a napkin.
Essentially.
But they're still paying me $775,000 a year. So you tell me who won that. Now, and he's going to Florida, so he's going to be getting taxed less. Now, let's see here. Sharks acquire a 4th-round pick, and they send Timothy Liljegren to the Capitals. I don't think that's a bad trade. I mean, the Capitals, they sent out some players. They sent out a lot of players, actually. They sold. Mm-hmm. We're about to get into some big trades that the Capitals did. That one's mid. Now, you want to read off this trade between the Tampa Bay Lightning and the LA Kings?
Corey Perry going back to the Tampa Bay Lightning.
What did they trade for him?
A 2nd-round.
A 2nd-round pick. Do you know how old Corey Perry is?
He's so fucking old.
40 years old.
He's retirement.
40 years.
And they got a 2nd-round pick out of a 40-year-old
player. Got a 2nd-round pick, and you look at Vinny Hinostroza. What is he, like 33, 32? And he got traded for a napkin. He got traded for toilet paper. What do you say about that? I mean, Corey Perry going back. I mean, the Kings, is that them pretty much saying that they've given up? Have you given up after you just got Panarin?
I mean, is Fiala back?
No, Fiala's out for the season.
Yeah, so I think once they lost Fiala,
well, you don't lose Fiala and pick up Panarin and give up. You pick Panarin to.
Oh, that's right. They picked him up.
You pick up Panarin to say, "Hey, we're not giving up."
Well, they picked up Panarin prior to Fiala getting hurt, didn't they?
No, Fiala got hurt in the Olympics.
The
freeze was going on.
Yeah.
And then Olympics end, and then they're like, "Oh, where are you going, Panarin?" He's like, "Oh, I guess I'm going here."
Yeah, what are they doing?
I don't know what's going on. I mean, you thought that he was a decent player. Let's look at our stats again. We'll go back, get over here to our standings now. Kings are 64 points. They're 3 points out of the wild card, but they got to compete against the Sharks and somehow the Predators.
God, I can't believe how bad Winnipeg is this year. It's so.
Dude, when they lost like 18 out of. It was like 18 to 17 or like 18 to 15. It was bad. Mm-hmm. So Pop said pass picks plus top D in the system. So it sounds he's thinking that the Islanders might have enough with their team in the system so that they could be successful.
I mean, in the next couple of years.
Maybe. I mean, Pops, coming from a guy like yourself, that's a guy that really likes to You really like the benefits of having the prospects. You like having the homegrown players. Is that enough? Would that make you feel protected? I wouldn't. Only 2 picks.
No.
I wouldn't feel that safe. I wouldn't fling first for that, especially when my first overall pick, it's his first season. And he's the second highest goal scorer on the team. That's an embarrassing franchise. That's embarrassing. That's embarrassing. He's the youngest player on the team, and he's the second in scoring, and he plays defense. Defense.
Showing up all your coworkers.
Right? Everyone's like, why can't you do? It's literally like the lunch lady teaching like AP math. Well, you couldn't get the kids straight A's, so I'm gonna do it. Now, talking about our home team, Minnesota Wild, Jet Saber, they have united the Foligno brothers for future consideration. So they got future considerations for Vinny Hinostroza, and then they traded their future considerations to the Blackhawks.
So much future consideration going
Or
on.
Foligno, though. The brothers are together, and he looks like, are they gonna have him playing wing or center or what?
And I mean, I don't think they care where he is. They just want him to beat up people.
Does Nick fight? I only thought Nick fought when Bedard was getting hit. I didn't see Nick fight a lot. I
think that's what the Wild are doing right now is they're getting all these strong men just to just be the most annoying team to play against come playoffs.
I feel like we tried that though 2 seasons ago and it didn't go our way. That was when we got Reeves, we got Middleton. I think there was another couple, 2 bigger guys that we got, and obviously we shipped out the Grim Reaver. We kept Middleton because he actually had talent.
I think Bill Guerin might be convinced that the Wild are good enough now with Hughes to offensively.
I would agree with that.
To go build around it. I mean, they still need a center. They don't have like a power center that's like a big scorer. Like, don't get me wrong, I love Eck, but
Eck loves sitting in front of the net.
yeah,
If Eck's not in front of the net, he's not scoring.
yeah,
and he scores when he doesn't move.
They need a big scoring center.
That's a blonde kid.
So, I would say just more strongmen.
Small trade between the Flyers and the Bruins. Flyers obtained Brett Harrison and Jack Edward for Alex Gendron and Massimo Rizzo. I haven't heard of either 4 of those players. We're going to skip that one. Now, this is a trade that I'm pretty excited for because this was my favorite player on the Philadelphia Flyers. My favorite player that was a Philadelphia Flyer, Bobby Brink, is now a member of the Minnesota Wild. This right winger, he's got speed, he's got a quick snapper, he's got a decent release. I think with him partnered with some decent players, I think I could possibly see Bobby Brink on our second power play unit. I really liked seeing Bobby Brink play for the Flyers. Daily faceoff. Daily faceoff. Daily faceoff. Faceoff, don't say anything.
Struggle right now, chat.
All right, what was I going to look at here? Flyers. I probably don't have it here anymore. Yeah, he was. What was now they got to figure out where Brink was on the power play. No, they've already taken
They've
everything.
updated
It's already been updated.
They moved too fast.
Oh man, but I think Brink is a fantastic player. I'm excited for Wild players to have him on the team, or Wild fans to have him on the team. I'm excited for the Wild players to have him as a teammate. Oh, second Christmas. I love second Christmas. It's the best. Today is a great day. Now, Jet Saber, I'm going to have you read this next trade because when we woke up today, this was the biggest trade that broke. Not only did this trade break the news, it broke a player's heart.
John Carlson, the big bully from Washington, gets traded to the Anaheim Ducks for a conditional 2026 first round pick and a 2027 third round pick. Holy crap, I'd say the Ducks got a pretty good deal out of that actually. To just make that round conditional.
If Anaheim fails to qualify for the Stanley Cup playoffs, they have the option to retain the 2026 first-round pick and transfer to their 2027 first-round pick to Washington instead. So that's the condition.
Oh, that's the condition.
Interesting.
That's not super. They literally said, "Do you want to push it back a year?" Is essentially what.
Do you want this one or the next one?
Okay, the condition's not that great.
For a first,
but I would still getting Carlson was a great, wonderful decision by Anaheim Ducks.
37-year-old defenseman that's only played with the Capitals. He, of course, has been Ovechkin's goal feeder. If Ovechkin scores, the puck probably came from Carlson.
Yep.
Probably came from Carlson. And now Ovechkin is feeling very, very, very lonely.
Mm-hmm.
Backstrom retired. Oshie retired. He now has to face up against Carlson. Who was the goalie that won it for them? Oh man. Oh gosh, I can't think of his name. Holtby. Holtby's gone. I mean, almost everyone from that championship team is gone now, and it's just Ovechkin, and he's probably feeling really, really lonely. He's like, "Gosh, I'm 40 years old. I don't know any of these kids anymore. I gotta convince all these guys that we're friends and all this. I just can't believe it."
So is he sticking around in Washington, being traded or retiring?
So he will. I bet Ovechkin will probably play one more season. I don't know, one or two more, because I think he might try to get. I think he's going to try for the 1,000 goals personally.
Yeah.
Because how much is he? Do you know how many he's at right now?
No.
Let's look at goals.
But I thought the rate he was going at, he'd have to play like more than one season.
Oh, it's definitely because I mean, I don't think he's scoring 50 a season anymore. Why is it more goals? Is he at 30 yet? I thought he hit. I know 20 for sure. Ovechkin 24 goals.
So it's slowing down.
Oh man, he is. Well, you also have to think about the talent on the team, though, right?
That's the thing. All the support pieces are leaving, and
well, it's not necessarily him slowing down; it's the team slowing down too. You got to think about it because you can't just say he's slowing down. He is. Well, but if he can't get the puck fed to him, he's not going anywhere. And if you've looked at his slap shots now, he can't. He can barely shoot the puck. He can't get his arms back there like he used to. He doesn't have the speed or the.
He's still sitting just in front of the goal though, and whacking that thing.
Pretty much. But now you can see he doesn't have like the full swing anymore.
Yeah,
he doesn't have like
half his armory is slowly.
He just doesn't have the ability to move. Carlson only if he teaches Lacombe how to play D. Yeah, I guess he will be a big man. Oh, star!
Oh, how did he not?
Oh, what a goal! That's the one I'm talking about. He shot that in that empty net. Honestly, I'd take a Stars Avalanche first round.
That would require either the Wild.
Lockwood shot. Taves? Oh my God! I can't believe that.
Kadri and
Kadri playing deep. I can't believe that. The goalie tries to clear the puck. Behind the net, the defensive player skates right into the paddle. So the puck just gets shot right in the shin pads, and then the puck just squirts out in front of the net. The Stars pass it to an open guy. It's 3-1 Stars. Avalanche opened up the scoring, didn't they? It was 1-0 Avalanche. And now the Stars scored 3 straight.
They come back. Yeah.
A little distraction.
Yeah. It's hockey distraction.
We're talking hockey. I think that's it's a unique trade. I think after everyone saw Marchand last year, like, oh my gosh, veterans are still good.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's what they're thinking. And I think for some of these veterans, they're like, yeah, I gave my entire life to this team, and now I don't want to play for nothing. Like, I don't want to put my efforts into something that isn't going to get me anywhere.
Yeah.
And I feel like a lot of those players feel that way.
Yeah.
Jet Saber, will you please read off our next trade?
It's another Jet Saber trade featuring the Jets and the Sabres. The Sabres will receive Luke Shannon and Logan Stanley for Jacob Bryson, Isaac Rawson, Oh, assuming 2027 second round pick and a 2026 fourth round pick.
What do you think about?
I mean, straight up. I mean, the Jets are kind of sellers right now because guess where they're sitting in the goddamn
It's
standings.
bad. It's bad.
And the Sabres are buyers, which is funny because usually that'd be the other way around, given any other season.
Yeah,
So
begging
it breaks my heart to see that the Jets are kind of selling the farm on anything, but they're rebuilding. It's fun to rebuild. It's fun to rebuild, and it's fun to have other teams that haven't had playoff runs in a while kind of bolster their team a little more. Though it's funny that they're bolstering their defense, given how
So they have 2 first
yeah
overall
yeah
picks.
yeah they have 2 first overall picks, but I mean depth, you do need depth in the playoffs. Like people are going to get hurt, and I mean Pauline's already been hurt this season, so I think it's just in case.
Not bad. So, and that's look at what they got. Jacob Bryson, Isaac Rosen, a 2027 second and a 2026 fourth. Was it Luke Shen? I don't know. One of the Shens has been on other teams. Maybe it wasn't the Blues guy. Maybe it was this guy.
Yeah,
I think it may have been Luke. I think
yeah.
Braden Shen was actually on the Blues.
I think he's a lot older.
I think Luke Shen's the guy that's been on 12 team or 10 teams now. And Logan Stanley, I mean,
Again, I think it's the bolster defense that's already kind of pretty good. So
fair enough. Okay. Now, center Sam Carrick getting traded to the Buffalo Sabres from the New York Rangers. New York Rangers getting 2 more picks. So 2026, they're going to have nothing, a fourth, a third, sixth. For 2026, the Sabres send the Rangers 2 picks, the third and the sixth for 2026 for Sam Carrick. I don't know anything about this guy.
I don't know Sam Carrick. I
I
don't
don't
think
know
he's
anything about this guy. Pops, do you know anything about Sam Carrick? Now, I'll skip that one. I'll wait for Pops to respond. Connor Garland is now a Columbus Blue Jacket, and the Vancouver Canucks end up obtaining a 2028 second and a 2026 third. So Canucks getting all the picks they can.
yeah.
They want to get all the players that they can to get on that team, and it seems like there's a lot of players that don't want to join that team. A lot of players that don't want to play for the Canucks, and that makes sense.
Are they even building around anyone right now?
Who can they build around? They're learning that the player they had was cancer.
Patterson?
Apparently, because the team didn't get. I think they're like, oh yeah, the team didn't get better. Do you know how many goals that guy scored? That guy's a shell of himself.
But I mean, it's like you don't really build around. I mean, can you even trade him?
Might have to be a future consideration. Imagine that.
Yeah.
Imagine that. Imagine if they have to get rid. Imagine if they have to get rid of Elias Pettersson for future considerations. That would be really sad. He has 13 goals.
Oh,
13 goals.
oh.
Cooper Sherwood had more goals.
People were saying about trading for Patterson for the Wild like a year. So gross.
I mean, I would have taken Brock Besser. Carrick not on my list. Neither was mine. I would have taken Brock Besser every day of the week. Brock Besser, 100%.
Yeah, he's a goddamn better.
Such a solid player, and it looks like he
forward.
cares. But for knucklehead land, they're just knuckleheads.
Sad.
It is really sad. But Connor Garland, he's a player that is. I think he's going to I think the Blue Jackets will make it in the playoffs now that they have Connor Garland. I think he's a player that has the efforts that people don't recognize. And sometimes players that have those efforts are the players that get the job done. And not just that, sometimes they fly under the radar. Sometimes they'll have the best defenseman and the second best defenseman on the opposing team guarding your first attacker and maybe your best defenseman. But if you're the fourth best player, or maybe you're kind of a hidden player where people don't necessarily understand your talent, you're not going to bring a lot of attention to yourself away quickly. But after you laser beam a couple of goals, they're going like, we got to guard that guy. He's working. We got to guard that guy. All right, Jet Saber, what do you think about that trade? 2 picks.
2 picks? I mean, straight up. I mean, Columbus, I guess, they feel that they're close enough. Try to go, and they didn't give up too much for it. I mean, 2028 second round picks, the most you gave up. And that's what? 2 years out from now.
2 years out.
And you don't know where the Blue Jackets will be sitting at that point. Either I mean, they've been hoarding so many prospects and draft picks over the last couple of years, being bad that might as well just give some future assets, and develop more.
I'd agree with that.
Old is Connor Garland.
Connor Garland, let's take a look. He's probably at least 30. $29, actually.
Yeah, so you're getting a pretty young. You're getting a good young player.
Actually, that's pretty cool.
It's again a matter is can the Blue Jackets.
I mean, we're getting excited for the Blue Jackets over here.
Yeah.
So we're getting a little too happy over here, but we got to take that into consideration.
Hey, Blue Jackets fans, you got something to look forward to. You're going forward. That's going forward.
You got to go forward.
Picks ain't gonna do anything for you right now.
No, you don't need your magic beans anymore. You got to get your players. You need your players. All right, we're going to speed up a little bit now. Senators get a 4th-round pick that's conditional for David Perron, who's going back to the Detroit Red Wings.
Hey, how old is he now?
He's probably a good 30. He's probably our age.
He's
He's definitely 34.
Yeah, he's pretty old.
He's definitely my age.
Yeah, he's pretty old. He's 37 years old. I was like,
John Carlson.
I'm like, was he on that Detroit Red Wings playoff team? I don't think so.
No, I don't think so.
Their Stanley Cup team.
Well, how far are the Senators? They're 6. The Senators think they're at 69 points. They got a lot of winning to do, though. 73 points is what the Bruins are at, and they're at the playoffs, but the Blue Jackets are at 72 points. So the Senators, is that something to where they think that they're not going to win? Because look at the next trade. They get left wing Warren Foegele and a conditional 2026 3rd-round pick from the LA Kings. LA Kings get a 2026 2nd-round pick and a conditional 2026 3rd-round pick. So it looks like they sent a left wing out for a 4th-round conditional, and they got a left wing for a 2nd and a conditional 3rd. So they send out more assets for this Warren Foegele guy.
I think it's just playing it safe. I don't think there's anything wrong with. Essentially, you just you swapped picks, and depth are essentially the same with those two trades. You're getting rid of David.
Less than a 2nd left. He's not even happy. I bet McKinnon's still upset that he got that stuffed animal at the Olympics. I bet that thing got set on fire or voodooed. I bet that's like the Avalanche voodoo doll.
So Senators just came back to where they were before. They traded a player, got a player, traded pick, got a pick. Well, I guess they're down a pick, it looks like.
Now, when I think about this next trade, Nashville Predators got a 3rd-round pick, and the Dallas Stars got Michael Bunting. Michael Bunting, or as my brother and I call him, Bart Bunting. I don't get this at all. So Michael Bunting, right? This is a player who's been on like 6 different teams, and he's like a 20-goal scorer. He's I don't know if he's just a bad teammate. I don't know if he's not coachable. I don't know what's wrong with Michael Bunting.
He's giving you some like Taylor Hall vibes. It's like he's good, but
he's like extremely talented, but nobody wants him.
Yeah, just moving around like a guy.
Pretty much. I can't figure it out. He gets decent. He has decent. Oh my gosh, he's not bad.
That's the thing is like maybe he's just so radioactive in the locker room that.
Like with the Maple Leafs, he got like the Coyotes his first season, 21 games, 10 goals, 3 assists in 2020-21. And then with the Maple Leafs next season, he played 79 games, 23 goals, 40 assists. Next season, 23 goals, 26 assists.
He's a solid 2nd-line guy.
He's not bad. I wonder if he just tapers off. I always thought Michael Bunting was a decent player. Now,
has he always been on the Predators?
No,
because he's moved around. Well, how long?
He was a Coyote, then he moved to the Penguins, then he was a.
But how long ago was that the last Coyotes team the last year?
No.
How long has he been in the Predators?
Predators maybe 2 years.
Okay. But I mean, I don't know. Sometimes it could just be the teams that you're
2
on.
years. Coyotes, Maple Leafs, Penguins, Hurricanes, Penguins, and then Predators.
Yeah, how do you not do that well with the Penguins? They've been pretty good the last couple of years.
Look at career plus minus. Pops is saying career plus minus.
Does he give up a lot of scoring chances?
Maybe. But that's another thing. Like well, I love how there's nothing here that's like copyable.
They don't want you stealing their stats.
How dare you? How dare yeah, I can't like copy like anything. That's so funny. I can't like copy and paste anything.
Yeah, what's his career plus minus?
Let's try this again. Michael Bunting.
Gets names down pretty good.
All right, we're looking him up on NHL.com right now. It's a spinning. -8?
Oh,
that's not that bad.
Well, for this season,
minus 17 this season.
Yeah.
Career plus -8. Yeah, definitely thought he'd be doing a lot better.
Yeah, he's not a playmaker or a like opportunity creator. It seems like he just hoards the puck.
Doesn't produce with it. Maybe that's it. Now, I think our mod, Novalance, should come over here and read this next trade. Because the San Jose Sharks and the Vancouver Canucks made a trade. Who did the San Jose Sharks get?
San Jose Sharks.
Huh?
Jet Woo.
Who?
Jet Woo.
Who?
Woo.
Jet Woo.
That's my cousin.
Jet Woo goes to the Sharks.
I'm Jet Saber. He's Jet Woo.
And then Jack Thompson to the Canucks. I've never heard of either.
No, I don't. I didn't even know Jet Woo was a real person.
You could have called any place and said, I'm Jet Woo. I'm like, I don't believe you. Panthers trade Jeff Petrie. How do you feel about the Panthers being sellers?
Oh, I mean, they just came off a Stanley Cup win. They can do whatever they want right now, kind of.
Back to back.
Yeah, I mean, they can do what they want, and the fan base can't really say anything about it. So whether it's a good or a bad move, it's clearly from their perspective, it's going to be nothing but good moves. Because clearly, it's like they're not going to get pushback right now. You could make the dumbest move ever right now as the Florida Panthers, and nobody would say anything.
Because they won 2 cups.
Yeah, exactly.
So are you taking the approach like you guys won back-to-back cups? You guys for the next
people are probably like
century.
Jeff Perry, you can't let him go. It's just like, so what? If we want to rebuild, we're going to rebuild, or look towards the future, we're going to look towards the future. I don't give a shit what you say.
Well, that's another thing too with that team, because I think you have to take into consideration with the Florida Panthers, they're so deep, they have so much talent on the team as of right now, and so much of the talent had re-signed from the prior season of winning the Stanley Cup. Well, this season technically, of course, you had Reinhart, you have who's the other who is can't think of his name right now. I'm looking at the face in my mind. Reinhart resigned. Ekblad resigned.
Marchand still there.
Marchand resigned. It's Bennett.
Sam Bennett.
So all 4 of those players resign. You're set. You have a couple of pieces that are going to move around like that. Apparently, the big thing was if they were going to sell Bobrovsky. That was one of the things that they were talking about. I'm glad they didn't.
Yeah.
I'm glad they didn't. Sound like
all right.
Here's a big one. From the Toronto Maple Leafs goes to the Colorado Avalanche. They get a conditional first in 2027 and a conditional 5th in 2026.
Now, isn't Nick Waugh pretty young?
I think so.
Like, I'm surprised with how much the Leafs are selling right now.
29, just as old as Connor Garland.
Yeah, I mean, just how much they're selling right now, he's still young enough that you can build a team around him and keep him on your squad, but I guess they just want more
Well, I think the Avalanche are going for it. I think the Avalanche are at the point they're like, all right, McKinnon's at his prime. McKinnon's peaking at his prime right now.
And we want to win more than one.
Yeah, we need more. You can't only have one cup with McKinnon. But you also can't have no cups with McDavid. Well, have no cups with McDavid.
For how much talent that team has, you can't look back in history and look at this team and be like, yeah, they won one cup. That's kind of when I look back at like Aaron Rodgers. Is like Aaron Rodgers is a really good statistic like football player. He only won one Super Bowl with the Packers.
No, okay.
For how like instant Hall of Fame, he won one time. And I think for how good McKinnon is as a player, you can't look back on his career and just say he just had one Stanley Cup win.
Dude, when I think about that, that still makes me think about Favre joining the Vikings. And I'm just like, what if Crosby joined the Flyers? That's what it is. Is it not like that same thing? It's like doing in our jersey. You guys are paying me a lot of money to kick the butt of my former team. This is wrong. This is wrong. Is it? Do people never think about that? Like maybe we shouldn't do this. What did you think about that? Was that like, it seemed like it was just a publicity stunt. It didn't feel like it's like, who's going to make our team better? It's more like,
that's the thing too, is sometimes it's just for media.
It's like, you're going to pay your all-star to beat you. And maybe, did we ever beat the Packers? Do you remember with Favre on our team?
Oh yeah, we were super good. We went to the NFC Championship game, and
was that when we missed the kick?
No, that was the Bounty Gate scandal. That's when New Orleans was targeting legs. They were in the room for some chicken legs.
Chicken legs.
Yeah.
I'll give anyone $25,000 who breaks the leg. Is that what he said or something?
Yeah, he was like, they were doing like cash bonuses for injuries. I get it. Football's intense. It's cool when people get hurt, but people get hurt. And, it's kind of like watching NASCAR for crashes. Yeah.
I mean, outside of football, you like watching guys get laid out.
Yeah.
But then you like watch them stand up and their like ankles like dislocated, and you're like,
And when you see them like at the 60 years old or retirement, they have like brain.
Yeah, or you just see something like a 42-year-old ex-football player goes ballistic and drives his car into a Walmart or something. You're like, oh, that's awful to hear.
Yeah. But yeah, that's where I feel like it gets to.
Okay. So that trade for Nick Waugh going to the Avalanche, I think the Avalanche are trying to say, we're going to be as deadly as possible, and you just have to deal with us.
Well, I think both Dallas and Colorado saw Minnesota get Quinn Hughes, and they're like, oh, they're pushing for playoff, and we're going to be playing them in either the first or the second round, and we got to do the same.
God, this blood! I cannot wait for this bloodbath. I can't wait.
I hate it so much. It's just the formatting of it.
A lot of people hate the format.
Yeah, I mean it's cool. You're gonna see instant competitive hockey, like in the playoffs right away, and it'll be consistent for the first two rounds. But it's just like the best teams are playing right away against each other.
All the good teams beat each other up first.
Yeah.
And then I still think the bubble when the Canadians made it to the final, I was like, this is I mean, they won their games fair and square, but it just felt like you shouldn't be here. You won, you made it here, but then didn't they get just slammed in like 5?
Yeah, but that's what happens is that you have the very competitive teams like killing each other in the first two rounds, and then by the time they get to the conference championship, they're tired out because they've been playing against the best teams, and then some no-name team just comes out of nowhere, and it's like, oh, well, you ready to play another 7 games?
So oh man, that looks gross. So what we're talking about, say that again.
So what I'm saying for like the playoffs, What happens is like with Montreal, I think they were a pretty low.
Oh, okay.
They were a pretty low.
Oh, they're eighth seed. They're the worst team.
Yeah, in the playoffs, and then they make it pretty far because they didn't play against the best teams in the playoffs because they were too busy playing each other. And then when one of those best teams made it through all the other best teams, they're tuckered out because they've been playing hardcore hockey against other great teams, which gives the bad team a good chance to beat them because they're all tuckered out because they had to go through tank.
So I would agree with that because last year in the first round, do you remember the first round that happened in the East? Last year?
I don't remember.
Battle of Florida, first
Oh
round.
yeah, Tampa Bay.
Tampa Bay Lightning, Florida Panthers, first round. We had a Stanley Cup final.
Yeah.
That was one of the biggest matches, and Panthers embarrassed the Lightning. It was five games, was it? They crushed them. The Lightning didn't look like themselves. The Lightning just looked like.
Well, that's the thing too, is embarrassing things can happen because you could also just be a team like Boston who has like breaks the record for most regular season wins, and then you get bounced out in the first round by Panthers.
I can see it. I can see it.
You're already playing against good teams, and it's just like, ooh, I can't wait to see this team that just broke the record for most regular season wins run through the play instant out.
Instant out. You're down. Hopefully that's not our wild this year. We got to go deeper. We got to get past this. If we can get past the second round, I will scream for you.
Yeah, I was about to say, even if they win the first series, it's not even though they haven't won the first series in over 10 years.
And this year it's got to be different. It's got to be different. Vegas Golden Knights acquire Nick Dowd from the Washington Capitals. Washington Capitals get Jesper Vikman, a 2027 third round pick, and a 2029 second round pick. Smaller trade. Now, of course, this was the thing that kind of set a lot of Washington Capitals fans and Washington Capitals players into a tailspin. They were very upset with this trade because I think it was this trade that really showed the Washington Capitals that they were going to make changes. And Ovechkin, I don't even know if he wants to play the rest of the season. He is super, super not having it right now. He's like, oh, so am I scoring any more goals?
Well, the question becomes, is he in a similar situation like Crosby? Is he loyal to the Capitals, or is he more than willing to go?
I could easily see Ovechkin on another team.
I think, yeah.
But it's one of those weird things though. Like you put 20 years into a team and you're like, I'll go to the Kraken. Why? They pay better, or they'll pay me 10 million for a season. Sure. Like you just become like this showman mercenary kind.
Mhm.
You know what? All it becomes is the Premier League, or no, the MLS, where all the good guys from the Premier League from Europe come over to America to retire when they're all 30 plus.
You get to live in a good.
Hey, I'm 34 years old. Most of the players retire when they're 28, 29, 29, 30 here, but I'm 34 and I've won a lot of things overseas and globally, but I'm just here to sell tickets.
I get to live in high class America.
Also, yes.
And people don't know me. That's the one thing. Like Messi says, like you can just go outside, and no one knows. And then like enjoy his life.
Just go buy some ice cream and there's like this guy didn't tip us. What an hell.
This guy just tipped me $1,000.
Yeah.
I don't know why. I don't know who he is.
Are you rich? What do you do? I kick balls.
I kick balls.
You kick balls.
I kick balls.
Major trade. Now, we got a couple more big trades going on right now before we kind of wrap up our stream. Blackhawks get Andrew Magapiani and a conditional 2027 first round pick, which is really funny because Magapiani just went on waivers on the Oilers. So the Oilers put this guy on waivers, and then they trade him in a first round pick, and they get Colton Dach and Jason Dickinson. So Colton Dach, I believe, is the brother of Kirby Dach, who the Blackhawks had traded to the Canadiens. So both of the Dach brothers are now on Canadian teams.
Man, is this the trade deadline where all the family reunions are getting together?
Possibly. Brothers! major trade. I mean, apparently Dickinson is a really decent player. Chicago is going to maintain 50% of his salary.
Oilers got to make headlines somehow. They always got to.
Well, that's the thing. Oilers, they have to win the cup. It's cup or bust.
Yeah, they got to look good in this trade, even if I don't think it's a major.
Well, think about it, Jets.
It's not a major trade.
It's 100% not a major trade. That is a lie.
That is Oilers PR trying to get fans engaged.
Hey guys, we got a really good team. We got to the Stanley Cup final the last 2 years and we lost. This year will be different because we made a trade.
Did you hear, Oilers fans? We did something.
Hey, oh yeah, you want to know the goalie we got? He's worse. We're making even more trades to patch up their game.
It does say Chicago will retain 50% of Dickinson's salary. Does he have a pretty expensive contract?
Let's take a look. Let's see. Jason Dickinson, NHL. Tell us your stuff. No, we're gonna go to hockey DB ain't bad.
No hockey reference.
Okay, this for you.
They're just a contract. You don't have to.
God. Jason Dickinson, NHL contract.
I'm surprised that worked.
Final season of a 2-year, $8.5 million, which only means he's getting paid what, 4.25.
So they're keeping half that, $4 million.
Yeah, 4.25.
I mean, that's a lot of money still to hold on.
And it's 200 and 125 that they're holding on to. 200 or 2
oh,
million.
It's only $2 million.
They're only holding on to $2 million.
Oh, that's not bad.
It's not bad.
Okay.
For a first, for $2 million, that's weird. But again, Oilers are in a win now. They have to win.
Oh God, yeah, they have.
If you don't win, you just watch the best player of this last 20 years almost. Well, 10 years, I'd say.
Remember, hockey fans, major trade.
Major trade. I think that I honestly have to say the Oilers probably won that, even trading a first.
Yeah.
You traded somebody that you just put on waivers, so you literally traded some guy that is worth napkins and a possible first-round pick.
Maybe that's why it was such a major trade. It was such a fleece.
Is it anytime they trade a first-round pick?
Everyone, the Chicago Blackhawks got fleeced.
Kyle Beach is just at home going, "What's wrong? Fuck it."
Oiler fans, we won at something.
Major trade, another major trade by the Utah. Ooh, there's my toast. Ow. File mine.
Yeah, finally.
3 second-round picks, all in 2026. On 3 2026
The Mammoths had 2026.
And then the Coyotes had 3 2026 round picks as they were. I'm telling you, that team has so much potential. It's gross.
Did the Mammoths figure out like a infinite second-round pick glitch?
Care package glitch.
Yeah, just like here, we'll have these. We have them.
All you have to do is hold triangle while you're in the start menu.
All you gotta do is hold triangle in the start menu and move 400 miles north.
And all of a sudden, the player's free.
Unlocked the roster.
I can't believe it. So this trade, I didn't really think Uyghur was the best player ever when he was on the Panthers.
He's moving around a lot.
It was Panthers, Flames, and now.
But that's all within the last 3 years? It's a year?
I think it's been about 4 years since the
Okay.
Tkachuk trade has happened. So Tkachuk and Huberdeau have been traded. So it's been a while, and now Uyghur's get moved. So Pops is saying Chicago is busy winning the race to second to last place. So he thinks that Chicago is trying to get McKenna as hard as they can. I hate to say it. I would rather see
him and Bedard.
I would rather see the Blackhawks get McKenna than see McKenna go to the Flames or the Canucks.
That's true.
If he goes to either of those teams, I instantly just don't care. Instantly don't care.
I think he would also say he would rather go to those.
I would pray that he pulls in Eric Lindros and just says, I just won't go there. I just won't play there. Won't do it. Not happening. Or what, a Cutter Gauthier, who's like, hey, Flyers, yeah, you drafted me, but I'm not playing for you because I grew up a Penguins fan. And not only just did I grow up a Penguins fan, is that I ignored all of GM Danny Briere's messages, all his phone calls, all his text messages. I ignored them because I'm a child and I don't know how to be a man and I don't know how to tell people, give people closure. How rude. I honestly wish that player gets his head ripped off every single time he goes to Philadelphia. Like, there's telling a team that you're not going to play for them, and then there's just, yeah, I'm just going to act like, oh, we just missed each other. That's just so rude. It's just so rude. It's a waste of time. If you're not man enough to do that, you shouldn't play hockey. If you can't send it, if you can't call someone or text someone and say, I don't want to play for you anymore, you shouldn't be playing hockey. Get out of this league. You're an embarrassment of the sport.
It could ruin the sport because then it's just like, why do teams even draft?
Yeah. What's the point of it? So that was stupid. Yeah, I'm just gonna ignore you and just act like nothing happened. If I just block you on my phone, it's like you didn't ever send it in the first place.
It's like when Steph Curry's like, oh, I hope I don't get drafted by the Timberwolves. I don't want to be in the cold.
Not anywhere but there. Now, so Uyghur, what do you think about that trade? Do you think that's a decent one, a bad one? Oh, Avalanche. They're changing goalies.
I would say it's a major trade, but I think
Oh, yeah,
I think the Mammoth paid way too much for Uyghur.
And I think maybe 2 seconds would have been enough.
Unless that's an actual second round pick glitch where they just somehow have infinite, you gave up way too much for that.
I don't like it because that's also the Utah Mammoth who have never made it in the playoffs. Now, obviously, they're their second year in there. Coyotes never made it in the playoffs with Clayton Keller on the team. Not once have they ever made it in the playoffs with Clayton Keller on the team. They made it into the bubble. Well, a lot of teams made it into the bubble, but they didn't win their match. They lost. So the Coyotes or the Mammoth haven't made it in the playoffs in like 8 years, 10 years, just like the Sabres, so to say.
Yeah.
So the Mammoth, they got to do a lot. They got so much that they have to do right now, and all of that for that, they got to produce.
Yeah, but I imagine their threshold's a lot less than like the Wild are. Expectations aren't as high.
100%.
Yeah.
So when you send when you send a haul like that, though, that's like when you're like, oh, I got so many resources. What do I do with them? I start giving things away. This is what I feel like when did you hear about like Krispy Kreme like throwing donuts away the other day?
Yeah, because they just can't sell their shit.
Yeah, you can't. Well, apparently, giving it away just is bad, so they just throw it in the dumpster. That's what this feels like.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Well, I think another thing is I think it's also difficult to draft 3 guys in a second round for a team. Just because because the thing is I imagine the Mammoth are just loaded on prospects right now. And they just need to condense their team a little bit. Otherwise, they're just going to have to cut good prospects.
It sounds like Pops is paying attention to the hockey game we're watching right now, too. Look at the shot total. Pops was just mentioning it.
Holy crap.
12 shots on net, and Colorado got their goalie chased. Blackwood chased already. But, the Avalanche have 2 goals on 11 shots. So, they're both keeping each other to very low shots, but that's a 25%. That's a 33% chance you're going to score 4 goals on 12 shots.
Yeah. We're in the second, so.
Not even halfway through. You're 3 minutes into the second.
Oh, we're only 3 minutes
into the second period, and there's 6 goals in this hockey game.
I thought we were halfway through
these two Titans. That's crazy. Pops, what do you think about this Uyghur trade? I didn't think too much of it. Now, we'll keep going. Sounds like the Nashville Predators got a 2027 fifth-round pick, and the Avalanche got Nick Blankenberg. I don't know anything about that. Pass. Tyler Myers going from the Canucks to the Stars for a second-round pick in 2027 and a fourth-round pick in 2029. I like the later picks. Fourth round pick?
That's all you could really get out of for him.
And it's a major trade because they're retaining salary. 50% of salary for a fourth round pick in 3 years.
For a team selling, they got sold.
It's so weird when they're trading these picks that just feel like they're nothing.
Maybe the locker room's just that bad.
They
just need to just clear it out. No one needs
major trade. Major. Golden Knights get a left wing Cole Smith for Christopher Sadu and a 2028 third. If the Vegas Golden Knights are good at anything, it's trading everything they have. They gamble with all their chips every year. Every year they're all in.
They're pretty in debt right now.
Blankenberg was doing decent with Predators, is what Pops is saying. He's also saying Tkachuk has 2 goals on 2 shots. Looking at the Panthers Red Wings hockey game, Panthers have 16 shots on net, 2 goals. So that's a dangerous team right there. Red Wings have 1 goal and 21 shots, with 5 minutes gone in the third period. Do you think the Panthers could claw their way back in, or do you think they're toast?
Yeah, I think the East it's fluid enough that they can.
Look at how low, 63 points. They'd literally have to win out for the rest of March. They'd have to win out for March. Stars, the 2 beautiful shots right there.
I mean, what? You're 10 points out? No, we don't have enough. There's not enough time in the season, though.
I mean, you literally have to. The Stars have to align. No. You have to win. You literally have to win out, and everyone has to lose out.
I mean, I thought the East looks bad enough down there that you could climb that, but you'd have to win out.
And today is Detroit Blue Jackets, Kraken, Canucks, Oilers. Oh, they're
no.
Not the worst, not the hardest, because I mean, Blue Jackets, Kraken, Canucks. I mean, the Kraken and the Blue Jackets are possible playoff teams.
Detroit, but you're playing some West powerhouses in Minnesota, Edmonton, and no, that's about it.
Well, they're a good team, but maybe they have played the most hockey.
Yeah, as long as they stick to those East Coast matchups, I think they're doing all right.
They play the Canucks, the Flames, and the Rangers once. Playoff teams that are bubbling would be I don't know, I guess. Islanders, Senators. I mean, there's some teams that they could beat, but they'd have to pull out a God season.
Yeah, they're not doing it. I don't think so.
Extremely unlikely. Extremely unlikely. Now, Michael McCarron they got from the Predators. Apparently, he used to just cross-check Matt Zuccarello all the time.
Like I'm telling you, the Wild, they're getting the annoying players. Come playoffs, they're going to be an annoying team to play against.
Oilers got Connor Murphy for a second-round pick, and they sent that to the Blackhawks. And that's practically the big trades that happened at the deadline. Let's refresh just to see if there's anything else. And that's going to do it.
Do you think they just brought Aaron in just to replace Joe? Just depth-wise, they think they could still make it to the playoffs?
They're not far away, are they? 64 points. Because the Kraken have 67 points right now, and the Kings are at 64. I still think they consider themselves a competitor.
Okay.
I mean, between the Kings and the Sharks, it's really embarrassing because I feel like the Kings have the better team, but I feel like the Sharks have the better youngsters, and the youngsters are turning up.
They're turning up, yeah. I'm surprised they weren't more aggressive with the Sharks.
I'm glad they weren't. See, the Sharks did what the Islanders should have done. Nothing, almost. They should have said, you know what? This is where we're at. We got our first overall pick, and we're just gonna advance and play. We're gonna get used to it as a team. And honestly, I think they should sell. I think those teams should sell. Get more picks, get more players that are gonna be able to grow up with Schaefer, rather than players that are kind of on polar opposites. Like John Carlson, he's 37 years old on the Ducks. He might play with some of these players for a year or two before he retires or gets traded again. That's
But I mean, if you can get a good deal for him, I think it's pretty good.
Think so?
Yeah. I mean, again, what did the Ducks do to get him? I think they traded a conditional first round pick.
Maybe.
Scroll back up
On which one?
on your computer.
I'll pass you this.
Yes, it is. I'm seeing what they traded for him. Yeah, it was a conditional first round pick. But again, it was just we're gonna pass it a year.
I
Oh,
like that the young teams are trying really, really, really hard right now because it's showing that it shows that they want something and it shows like they want to prove something to their fans. Now, this is now even though I am probably the biggest freak for expansion, I personally think right now, if you consider the expansion right now, I think it could almost be possibly deadly to the NHL right now in regards to the amount of just not having exciting games anymore. I think that could be a problem. And I don't know how they're going to proceed with it, honestly. I don't know if they're going to make, you know what, we need all these extra teams because they're going to add 2 more teams. We know that they're going to add. We know that for sure Atlanta's coming back, and that means they're going to get a second one. There's going to be 2 teams. So it just feels like there's so many teams that want to be in that top 16, that playoff picture. And if you're not there, I think a lot of teams consider you to not be competitive, that you're not going to be, that you don't have a chance to get there. And I feel like there's 32 people trying to stand on top of one hill.
yeah.
And it's only going to, that loss is so substantial that they're just like, yeah, I don't want to feel this way, or we want to do better.
It also depends on where you put them too. In which division, conference.
I would agree. I would agree. This trade deadline, kind of one of the worst.
There wasn't like, I mean, it's kind of funny. Had the Quinn Hughes trade been done today,
Well,
and I would have probably made the.
I would argue Panarin and Trocheck. We put Panarin and Trocheck in there, that would have been a lot bigger. I mean, I get the Maple Leafs did sell off some of their pieces, but at the same time, unless you're unless you're moving on from one of the big 3 anymore, nobody cares.
Well, and that's the thing too, is Trocheck was probably the biggest piece that we knew of going into this trade deadline that was going to hope to move, and then it ends up he doesn't move, and right, he still hasn't been traded from what we know.
Who?
Trocheck.
Nope, not traded.
Everyone was looking forward to it. Did you hear that thing where they were doing the?
Oh, and then go ahead.
They were doing during the Olympics. They were getting all the teams to do their photo ops from like the Wild players got together to do a photo op.
Oh, really?
For the Olympic team. So you got to see all the Olympic players that played for their individual team. And when Trocheck was there, he was like, "Hey guys, should I get in this picture with you?"
Oh, I heard that. I think I heard about that.
And so it's like, Trocheck's gonna get traded. Trocheck's gonna get traded. Doesn't move. Biggest player to be rumored to be traded doesn't move.
So for our little stream extravaganza that we wanted to do tonight, Ducks were up 2-0. Now it's 1-1. I saw the Blackhawks Canucks. It's 3-2. Canucks are leading. Okay. Canucks that are like, yeah, we got rid of everything but Pedersen and Besser. Technically, Demko's in IR for the season, but that's who they have.
It's like you said, Blackhawks want.
They want McKenna.
Yeah.
I'd love to see it. I would love to see it. And everybody that tuned in, that decided to click on this video on our stream tonight, we had a great time. I want to thank Jet Saber for coming up tonight. Yay!
Yay. And I want to thank Neon Omen for having me on.
Thanks, Week Haken. Yay! And Nova Lance showed up a little bit too for tonight. Oh, the Avalanche scored. It's now a 1-goal hockey game.
Jeez.
This is a slugfest.
No one wants to play defense.
Yeah. All we traded for was forwards. But we're going to wrap it up then for tonight. We will conclude our trade deadline review. I'm Lee Kaken. Had a great night. Jet Saber had a great night.
I had a wonderful night.
And we thank you for watching and talking hockey with us tonight. Of course, if you had a good time, there's the subscribe button. There's the like button. There's the follow button. Give me your support if you had a good time. I want you to come on back. I want you to talk more hockey. We had a fantastic time talking. It looks like the owner of the Tyros was happy that you participated tonight.
Oh,
so that is a beautiful thing. Hockey brings people together, just like it brought all of you here tonight. So thank you so much. I am Lee Kaken. I'll probably be live tomorrow casting another game. I haven't thought of it yet, but I'll be there. I wish everybody a fantastic evening. Enjoy your hockey. And for sure, when these playoffs come back, I will be on every single night grinding and calling our NHL. Thank you so much, everybody. I am Lee Kaken. You have a great night. Be back tomorrow for more hockey. See you soon. Have a great night, everybody.